Hello and welcome back to Dragon Quest Walk Tutorials. I am KoiTGZ, and in this video I want to go over a kind of leveling guide about Dragon Quest Walk. This is going to be kind of a continuation from the class overview. So I now want to go over leveling. So leveling your characters is going to take some time in Dragon Quest Walk. So if you're starting from the beginning, it could be somewhat frustrating at first, but there are ways for leveling up to go a little bit quicker if you have the right equipment, items, and decide on battles effectively. So pretty much in terms of items, you're going to actually have a few of them. So you can actually see some of them right here. So first, this orb right here, this red one, this is going to be a basic class experience orb. So this can only really be used by basic classes. So if you use it for anything other than basic classes, you'll not get effects for this. But pretty much this gives you plus 50% XP for basic classes for 30 minutes. So this is actually gotten through mystery boxes, and there's also a once per day daily quest that you can actually get one of these from as well. So if you do have basic classes you need to level, this is a very good item. Then next you're going to have the regular experience orb, which pretty much almost very similar, except this gives you plus 20% XP for 30 minutes, and that can be used for any of the classes or class tiers, so basic, advanced, and also special. Then after that, you're actually going to have the long experience orbs. So I actually don't have any in my inventory right here, but I do have a picture right here. So with the long experience orb, you're going to actually have, again, 20% XP, but this time it's not going to be for 30 minutes, but it's going to be for 1 hour. Then after that, you're going to have this one right here. So this is going to be the advanced experience orb. So with this gives you plus 50% XP for any class tier for 30 minutes. So this is actually quite good as well. Then in terms of, let's see, in terms of XP boosts from equipment, you actually have a couple of things. So right over here on this particular character, you're going to have this particular item. So these are going to be the Kiseki no Iaring, so the miracle earrings. So besides giving you plus 10 to your max MP, what this actually does is that it gives you also plus 100% XP to regular field battles. So but this is only a rare chance that you get this, so it's not for every specific battle. So what I mean by regular field battles, this is going to be any battle you find on the field, except if the enemies are elite enemies, mega monsters, Hokora rulers, or event enemies. So pretty much anything other than those, that's going to be a regular field enemy. So this is actually quite good because it gives you pretty much double the XP, not every battle, but for every battle so often. So I want to say I at least see this maybe once every, I would say once every 10 battles or so I can actually get this. Sometimes I actually get it a couple of times in a row, but this is actually a very good weapon, not accessory to have. So this accessory actually was from the New Year 2022 event. In order to get this now, there are going to be special events where you can actually purchase this particular item. You can only purchase it once you purchase it. You actually won't be able to purchase another one. There's only one that you can have in the inventory. Then after that, the next item that you can actually have, or piece of equipment, is actually going to be, let's see, right over, let's see, right down here. So here, this is going to be the Angel Slime Hat. So the Angel Slime hat is actually, you can actually purchase, originally, you can actually have, if you have been playing Dragon Quest Walk for a while, you probably could have up to 2 of these. So the most recent time this was available was in the Golden Week 2 2023 event. So with this, the Angel Slime hat works for both basic and also advanced classes and gives the wearer plus 50% XP for regular field battles. So for basic classes, this is going to be plus 50% XP for levels 1 through 55, and advanced classes plus 50% XP for levels 1 through 75. Then in terms of class boosts, if you want to actually, so for developers, what they actually have done is that for basic classes and also advanced classes, they actually have permanent XP boosts for both basic and advanced classes. So for example, basic classes get pretty much 100% XP level, or double the XP for levels 1 through 55, so pretty much all the levels of the basic class. But the advanced classes get double the XP all the way up to level 60. So that actually has been increased within the past year. Before it was actually 50, but they actually moved it up to 60. Then also for this, you're also for basic and also advanced classes. In my previous video, I mentioned about permanent stats. So actually for both of the classes, you actually do have a permanent stat that actually gives you XP gains. So for this basic classes, you learn this particular, or you get this permanent stat at level 50, and you get plus 10 XP for regular field battles. Then for advanced classes, you also get a permanent stat, this permanent stat at level 70, but in this case it does give you plus 10% to XP from regular field battles, but this is for classes only under 90. But the best thing about this is that this actually stacks. So for example, you can actually see this right over here at the very bottom in the stats here. So here you can see that with this particular character, it has the double the experience, rare chance to get double the experience. Then right below it, here, this is going to be for the advanced class. So plus 80% to XP for regular field battles for advanced classes level 90 and under. So pretty much like I said, since there are 8 advanced classes, this is going to actually stack, so 80%. Then after that, for the basic classes, since there are going to be 7 basic classes, you actually get plus 70% to regular field battles in that case. So that's actually going to be that there. Then after that, we're actually going to have events. So in regards to events, I can't actually show you all of them, but here I can actually show you one thing that we have for this particular event. So pretty much for the 4th anniversary event, we're going to have, let's see, going to be right over here. So pretty much here, for the 4th anniversary event, we're going to have a level up campaign. So this is one way of helping to boost your XP increase. So for this is going to be available for advanced classes from level 60 to 75. So again, from up to level 60, you already get double the experience, but there really isn't much in between 60 and let's say 70. So in this case, you're actually going to get some pretty good experience, plus 50% between those levels, so 60 and 75. Then again, from level 70, you actually do get the XP plus 10 to XP boost from the permanent stat. Then pretty much this particular level up campaign is going to be from the start of the event, so September 12th, and it's going to end on October 12th or October 10th. Then after that, another event that they have that I can't actually really show, I'll have some visuals here, but you're going to actually have Metal Fests. So Metal Fests are pretty much events where actually you get herds that pop up on the field. So these metal herds, you actually fight metal enemies that are going to be relevant to your current level. So pretty much now with the metal herds, you can actually get the metal tsumuri. So that actually gives you plus around 30,000 XP for defeating just one. But since these are herds, you're going to actually have multiples in the actual battle. So this is actually going to be another way of increasing your XP in battles. So definitely with this, again, like with the, if you have the experience orbs on, this is actually going to give you even more XP from the battles, so definitely is something that you want to do. So for example, if you have an XP orb activated, fighting higher level metal enemies, if there are 4 enemies on the field, you actually do have a possibility of getting 100,000 XP from just one battle. So the metal fests occur about a few times during the year. So then there are also going to be events during the year where you actually get double the XP from field battles for a certain period of time. So for example, in the summer, you actually have the Dragon Quest Walk Fireworks Festival. So pretty much this 2 weekends in August, you actually get double XP from field battles from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. on a Saturday and a Sunday in 2 weekends in August. So any other items or equipment that you have on that will also give you XP boost will be stacked along with this XP bonus as well. Then here next I want to actually go over enemies and equipment. So pretty much the quickest way to level is going to be doing field battles, and the quicker that you finish one, the better. So in terms of leveling, the time is actually going to be very important here. So you should look at leveling as being like time. So leveling, pretty much you should try focusing on completing 2 to 3 field battles in 1 minute. So time can vary depending on the animation of the skills that you use. So sometimes there are long animations, so that could actually be, that could cut into the amount of time that you actually do for a battle. But as you level your basic classes and start creating the advanced classes, you want to try to start getting around 10,000 XP per minute. So this sounds like a lot, but it is doable. So if you have on the right equipment. So if you think about it in terms of time, about 10,000 XP per minute is going to be about 600,000 XP per hour. But this is pretty much just a basic equation of how it works, but this number can actually be higher depending on the types of enemies that you meet in regular field battles. So at pretty much my level, I will run into like Metal Angel Slime, which give you at least 52,000 XP for the battle. Pretty much this value reflects not having on experience orbs. With this XP value, it is equal to a little over 5 minutes worth of XP for just one battle. If you come across the enemy again and again, the amount of XP that you get in 1 hour could be over 1 million XP. So also in terms of metal enemies, also metal Hokura on the field as well, and also the metal dungeons that you actually have, those are actually very beneficial, since doing one will give you about 100,000 or over 100,000 XP depending on the weapons that you have. So then also in regards to fighting metal enemies, you can actually purchase some helpful things from the casino. So if I actually go to, let's see, go back and go to the casino real quick, right over here. From the exchange in the casino, there are pretty much two different types of items that you can actually get. So here, let's see, I've already purchased them for this month. So right here, so these three things. So one is going to be the Metal King coin. So with the Metal King coin, purchasing it costs about 10,000 play coins. And what it does, it draws out the Metal King on the field, and defeating it, you will get 3 million XP, so that is quite a bit. Then these other two items here are going to be metal satchels. So one is going to be for the metal Hoimin, and the other one is going to be for the Hagure metal. So pretty much when you actually activate those on the field, you will actually be able to draw out either the metal Hoimin or the Hagure metal to come out on the field, and pretty much they show up on the field and also other enemies battles. So you do get XP boost from there as well, so that's definitely something that you should want to do. Then besides that, weapons are also going to be very important here. So pretty much the most important weapon that you need are, I would say, in terms of just leveling, you want to have weapons that are going to actually do damage to regular enemies, and then also damage to metal enemies at the same time. So that's why I have this particular team right here. So here, let's see, with this character here, I'm going to actually have on the Metal King sword. So this is actually probably the most important, if you're leveling, this is probably the most important weapon that you want to have equipped on your characters. Pretty much with this one, it actually has two different skills that can do not just damage to the enemy, but also 30 to 33 damage to metal enemies as well. Then also what makes this quite important is the sudden activation ability called King Time. So King Time allows your party to take action before any of the enemies, including metal enemies. So again, metal enemies, if you don't have this particular weapon on, metal enemies will usually take their actions first, and a lot of the times they will run away. So the chance of you actually getting the XP for that battle is actually going to go away. But with this particular sword, that pretty much guarantees you the actual win for the actual battle against the metal enemy and taking it out. So this is actually quite an important weapon. After that, you have the Dark Whip of Beasts. So this is actually a pretty good weapon as well. So this does about 15 to 16 damage to metal enemies, and then around, I'd say, depending on, and it does, I believe, weapon or physical technique damage to all the enemies as well. So that's actually pretty good. So again, you want to do damage that focuses on both types of enemies, so regular and metal. Then after that, the new weapon, so the Galaxy Blade. So this actually has a very good ability that does damage to all enemies. And it's quite good, especially with all the gear on. It actually has a chance to your crit rate is actually increased quite a bit. So something about metal enemies is that they are only susceptible to weapon and physical technique damage. Spells and breath damage they actually ignore. So it's almost useless to actually try to use spells and breath damage, though there is one exception that I will go over soon. But with this particular weapon, this does damage twice to regular enemies, and then for metal enemies, this does 24 to 25 damage twice to an enemy, so 48 to 50 damage. So this is actually quite important if I'm going to be fighting the metal Angel Slime, so since that has 64. So pretty much with this having 30 to 33, 15 to 16, and then 48 to 50, that's pretty much this enemy, the metal enemies, any metal enemy that I face on the field will be done. Not only that, also regular enemies as well. Then over here, I'm going to have on the Uroboro staff. So this is going to be the exception for metal enemies. So in this case, there is actually a spell called Merora Destruction. or Medora Metsu, or Medora Destruction. So this is a spell, but this spell actually does attack metal enemies. So this is actually quite important. So it does 16 damage to metal enemies. If it's echoed, it'll do 12 damage. But then for to regular enemies, it does actually very good damage. And then also, again, if you get a spell crit, that's going to crit as well for the metal enemy, taking out in one shot. So yeah, so that's going to be the weapons here. So this is going to be what I recommend for your team. If you're starting out with the game, yeah, it's going to actually be difficult since you don't actually have a lot of weapons or in your inventory, but pretty much just keep going. For Metal Fest, you actually will get metal weapons that are going to be used to actually focus, mainly used for defeating metal type enemies. So if you actually want to know more about that, I will actually post a video card up in the right corner over here. But here I actually want to go over some battles. So first, actually, what I want to do is first show you a Hokura battle. So for Hokura, right over here, so I actually have one metal Hokura available for me that I can actually show you how it will work. So here you can see that it has weapon and physical technique damage as being okay, but spells and breath damage no. But again, if with the Uroboro staff, I can actually ignore that. So here we go. Okay, so here we go with this battle. So normally, again, metal enemies would normally go first, but because I have King Time, with King Time, if the metal enemy is on the field or in the enemy's party, this actually automatically activates. So now I can take my turn before any of the metal enemies. So here, going to use Dark Whip of Beasts. So there, took out the two metal Hoimis, so leaving only the Sumiri metals. So here, next, going to use the Uroboro staff. So this has Medora Destruction. So here should do 16 damage. And then here, taken out like that. So actually, after using Medora Destruction, they both only had 1 HP left. So pretty much it was overkill what my God Hand did. But you can see here the amount of XP that you get for this battle. So 126,000. So that's equivalent to, again, if you're comparing this to time, this is equivalent to like 12 minutes worth of grinding on the field. Okay, so that was pretty much that there for that Hokura. But now I want to actually go into some field battles. So real quick, going here. So with the team that I have on, these battles should not take very long. So like I said, you want to have weapons that are going to do damage to both regular enemies and then also metal enemies. So if I go ahead and auto battle, here I'm going to have Darkness Flare. So 4,000 damage. Then here, probably with this, yeah, they're done. So quick. So that's exactly what you want to do for these battles. So here, 7,128 XP. Again, for enemies, again, Darkness Flare. And Darkness Flare again, since I got a cloning technique. And taken down like that. So again, quick, quick, quick. So there, another 7,128 XP. So here, only 3. So again, probably here will be taken out. Yes. So here maybe about 4,000 something, 5,346. So pretty much from, let's do one more battle. So here only 2 enemies. So here I have a support character, and down. And there are 3,564. So pretty much from those 4 battles right there, that was pretty much under 2 minutes. And there I got around 20,000 XP. So yeah, pretty much if you're again thinking about this as time, that's actually quite good. So I will be getting more XP higher than the average of 10,000 per minute if I keep going at that pace. Then also what I can actually show you is going to be the metal satchels. So pretty much you can activate them once you're in walk mode and tap on them right here. So once it's activated, the metal enemies will pop out and will be on the field for about, I believe, 15 minutes. So here's one right over here. So, ooh, okay, a Cyclops as well. So here, the mahogany metal are very weak. They only have 8 HP, so I don't need to worry too much about them. Pretty much the initial attack from my ninja, that will take them out no problem. But there, yeah, the Cyclops is actually quite strong. So it has, I believe, about, well, dead now, but about 13,000 XP or so, 14,000 or so. But again, so the characters I'm using are going to be all special classes. So yeah, so that's pretty much what battle looks like there. So here, ooh, okay, here's going to be a Metal Angel. So possibly here, I will probably end the battle just like that. So that's what you really want when you have a metal enemy in the battle. The battle to go quick, do damage to all the enemies, and there got 57,000 XP, so that actually went quite well. Okay, so with that said, hopefully this was enough information in regards to how to level up your characters. Definitely, if you have questions, please leave them down in the comments below. In terms of asking about other equipment that you can use, pretty much if you want, you can definitely ask me in the comments below. I can actually show you or send you links to videos that I have gone over that actually do show specific weapons doing damage to metal enemies, and then also damage to regular enemies as well. So yeah, with that said, I'm going to end this video here, so thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you would like to see more, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.